Hello and happy Sunday. Happy Sunday night. Oh no, my name is Felicia Eden. Let me introduce myself for those of you who don't know me. And I'm from Memphis, Tennessee, and I am a career coach, business coach. I'm an employee. I'm a wife. I'm a mom. I'm a daughter. I'm a cousin. I'm a sister. I'm all those things. And about 4 years ago in 2017, real quick, for those of you who don't know, in 2017, I was laid off from a job. And the next job that I took a 60% pay cut. Worked that job, got a promotion on the job, then decided to come back into the job that I'm currently in, and I tripled my salary within 3 years. And I had to do some things at work. I had to maneuver to do some things at work so that I could be their choice. I had to be their choice. I had to hear yes. I had to change my life. And so I did some things. And when we're talking about networking, we're talking about preparing for an interview, when I started to prepare for my interviews, all of that. I took all of that and I put it into one course, into one place. And there's a course online. There's a link, should be a link in each of the bios, wherever you're joining me from. It should be a link in that bio that will take you to that page. And there's several videos there. Go and just look at all the videos. There are videos on YouTube, so feel free to go and look at those videos. But I am sharing a piece of my life. There are other people that I have helped to elevate their careers, and their testimonials are there. So I put all of that, everything that I did, and I put it in one place. And so it's there for you, anyone who's interested outside of where we are right now. Okay? So tonight we are going to talk about career fairs. So we are in a day and age where virtual career fairs are prevalent, because a lot of people are working from home. Even if you're not working from home, even if these companies are not allowing their employees to work from home, they still are doing virtual interviews. You may still end up going to the office, but they're still doing virtual interviews, okay? And so a lot of companies are hosting these virtual career fairs. Anybody, can you give me a heart or something if you had to be a part of a virtual career fair at all? No? Well, I have. And when I came back into the job that I'm in now, there was a virtual career fair. And I learned about the virtual career fair from LinkedIn. And I was a part of an organization on LinkedIn called the National Sales Network. So if you're in sales and you're looking for sales opportunities around the country, then that's a great organization to follow on LinkedIn. Now, whatever industry you're in, make sure that on LinkedIn you are a part of that industry, that network, that, employment department, whatever it is, organization, whatever it is for that industry. Make sure that you are a part of it on LinkedIn or anywhere else across the internet. Okay? So that was the first thing. So I was connected to that particular organization. And so I found out about this one career fair. I'm just going to tell you about one that I participated in. But I'm going to tell you what I did before, what I did during, and what I did afterwards, and then what I did throughout the whole entire process, how all of that benefited me in the end. Okay? So when you learn about a career fair, right? And you know what company it is, you know what time the career fair is, you know what positions could be possible with that particular company. You take all of that information, you write it on a calendar, and you start to prepare. So then the first thing you want to do is you want to go to that particular company's website and go to their career section and look for the available opportunities. So first of all, before you even get on the career fair, you want to know, do they even have a job that I would be interested in? That's first. You don't just want to hop on a career fair, a virtual career fair, just for the sake of being on a career fair. That makes no sense. So do your research first. Find out what that position is, what those positions are that you may be interested in, and then go from there. Okay? So if you find a couple of positions like, okay, it's worth my time. Got it? So now you're in. They have a couple of positions that you're interested in. What you want to do with those positions that you find, you want to print out the job description. And then you want to compare the job description to what you already do or what you've done in the past and see how strong your skill set can be applied. Got it? I'm looking all over the place. All right, got it? So first you want to do your research. So yes, I like the company. They have a couple positions that I'm interested in. Now you want to print out, the job descriptions. Take the job descriptions, compare the job descriptions to your current resume, your current skill set, and see, okay, how much of that overlaps with what I'm doing now, with what I've done in the past, and how strong of a candidate am I? Okay, got it? So now you have already kind of matched yourself with the position. Okay, got it? All right, so moving on. The next thing you want to do is you want to do a little research on that particular department with that company. Okay, go onto their website, find any news articles, anything that they've been in the news about. You want to read those articles. You want to find out. For me, it was pharmaceutical sales, so I wanted to find out what drugs they currently sold or currently developed, if they had any new drugs coming down the pipeline. So I wanted to find out as much information about that particular department as I could. So that's what you want to do. Got it? You researched the company. You found a couple of positions that you could be interested in. You've printed out the job description. You have matched the job description to your current skills or past skills. So now you've matched yourself with the job, right? And then, anyway, it'll come to me. But you want to match yourself with the job description, okay? It'll come back to me here in a second. So that's what you do next, okay? So now that you've done that, you're doing your research, and you're not just doing it for one night. You're going to study. You will become a student of that company. You will become a student of that position. You want to familiarize yourself with the lingo, with the words that they use, the phrases that they use. If they talk about timelines, you want to be able to talk about those things. So now you're going into study mode. Now, you all may be saying to yourself, Felicia, that's a lot. For a virtual? Yes, for a virtual. Because the virtual interview is happening instead of the in-person interview. So you have to treat it as if it is an in-person interview, right? Don't let it get by you when you think, oh, it's just a virtual. No, this is your first impression. This is their first impression of you. First impressions matter. And your first impression, and your first impression, you can never make a second first impression. Got it? Okay. So you're studying now. So the virtual career fair is about to happen in about 3 days. You're studying. You're studying your skill set. You're studying what they're looking for. You're matching everything, right? You're like, okay, I'm perfect for this. I'm perfect. Okay, so you're studying. You're studying about the company. You're studying what they're looking for, right? Okay, so now it's the day of the virtual interview. Now, let me talk to my moms out here. Moms, if you have young children, we're going to say that the virtual career fair is at 7 o'clock at night. All right? I'm talking to moms of kids who are in school, and it's your responsibility to pick the kid up from school and get them fed. All that morning, you know how you wake up and moms, I know dads, you're able to do it too, but moms, we got it down. As soon as we wake up in the morning, we can put that schedule together from 7 a.m. to 10 o'clock at night. It's in our head. We know what to do, when to do it, what time we need to do it. So if you have children and you know it's your responsibility for picking up from school and getting them fed and ironing clothes, do all those things and be done with all of those things 2 hours before your virtual career fair. Now, if there is someone in the house that, your husband, your child's father, still talking to moms, I'll get to everybody else, whoever lives with you and is responsible for helping you to take care of your child in the house, you're going to ask them, say, hey, I have a virtual career fair tonight at 7 o'clock. And I was wondering, I want to make sure that you're able to watch little Mikey, little Keisha, little Sally from about 6:30 until I finish. Okay? You want to get them bought into your process. Because by letting them know, by asking them to do that, you're letting them know how important this process is to you and your family. Okay? Now, dads, same thing. If this is the day of the virtual career fair, make sure whoever is responsible who helps you with your children, make sure that the children are with that person during your virtual. You don't want to have children walking in and screaming and crying right next door or in the same room. You just don't want that. You don't want that distraction. Okay? Everybody got it? Now, if you are a single parent, I'm just going to say single parent, and your child is with you all the time, it happens, that's what it is, find a babysitter for a couple of hours. Like take your kid over to your grandmother, over to your mom's house, or to a grandmother's house, or to her aunt's house, or a sister, or a babysitter. Find a babysitter. You want to make sure that your mind is clear before this virtual career fair. Got it? All I'm saying is 30 minutes before their career fair starts, your mind needs to be clear. You need to be at peace. You need to be thinking straight. Got it? So, study. It's the day of the virtual. And here, write all these things down. Write these things down. Key points. You want to write stuff down. Have these things right in front of you. Don't be afraid to have a notepad there with your questions on them and let them know, oh, I have a few questions written down. There's nothing wrong with saying that. You don't have to remember these things by heart. You just don't. Okay? So, it is, what time is it now? 7:18. I took a shower. I did my hair. It's 7 o'clock at night. I haven't felt well today, so I've kind of been resting a little bit, but it's 7 o'clock at night. But I showered, I did my hair, I did my makeup, I put my earrings on, I have my pearls on, I have on a nice black dress, I have on a suit coat, I have on my pearls. It's a virtual. Most virtuals happen at night because these companies know that people are working during the day. So they more than likely going to happen at night. I want you to act as if it is 8 o'clock in the morning time. You dress the part. I cannot tell you how often I've been on a virtual career fair and people just show up in a t-shirt. What? Are you trying to get a job or you just, what is your purpose for being here? They show up with a t-shirt or some of the women may have shown up with a top on and their hair pulled back in a ponytail. Absolutely not. You are there to make a first impression. You are there to let them know, I'm your one. I don't know about all these other people on this call tonight, but if it's a Zoom, if it's a webinar and you're able to turn your camera on, do you really want to turn your camera on and you are not representing yourself to the fullest? Absolutely not. So take the time. Go into a virtual interview the same way you would go into a in-person interview. This is your first, I always looked at first interviews as, this is my one shot. I got one shot to be able to say, oh wow, I don't know, but it's something about her, right? And I would make it past the first interview, and I would go into the second interview thinking, I got one shot. I'm about to knock him out. I'm about to knock him out. And then I would make it to the third interview, and I would have the same mindset. I'm about to knock him out. I got one shot. Always in my mind, I always said I have one shot. One shot. Now, this passion comes from someone who I wanted to change my life. You've heard me say it. I wanted more. I needed more. My family needed more. And God dog it, I had to be the one that they chose. Okay? So take time, even if it's at night, take time to put yourself together and put your best self together. Right? Something I learned when I was 14 years old. I went through this career exploration course, and they taught us about earrings, and they taught us about what to wear to an interview. I think the colors are still, I don't know, dark colors. I'm old school, so for me, it's still the black, blue, right? Black and white, blue and white. And the white, for me as a female, I would always think the white would come from the top, right? So you did a suit, blue bottoms, blue top, black bottoms, black top, black jacket with a white top, or you do dress, jacket. I'm old school. I know it's new stuff out there, but I am old school. And I believe that you dress for where you're going, not where you've been. So if you're coming from a department or a company and it was okay to wear jeans, and okay, but you're trying to go to another level. You're trying to level up your life. You're trying to level up your career, so you can't go to a new level with the same clothes, if that makes sense. Okay? I told y'all this is real world stuff. It's real world. I hope you feel like it's real world because I'm giving it to you. Okay? So you dressed. You dressed for the career fair. You're online, and make sure your lighting is good. There were some people on one of the career fair webinars that I was on, and they were like in their dining room. It was dark. You couldn't really see their face. Girls, ladies, we're cute. Let them see it. Let them see it, and don't be afraid to smile. Let them see it. Men, room. Let them see it. You're handsome. Let them see it. Make sure you have great lighting, okay? And if I can show you my room right now, I have 3 lights up right now, but it's because I believe in great lighting. Okay, so make sure your lighting is good. Now, you're on the call, and everything is starting, and they want to go around and they want you to introduce yourself. It may be 10, 20 people on this call, and you don't know if they're trying to go after the same job as you. You don't know. So they're going around and they're asking, tell us your name and tell us where you're from. Okay? Now, anytime you're introducing yourself on a virtual call, when you introduce yourself, you want to introduce yourself with your history, with your work history. Real simple. For me, I was trying to get back into pharmaceutical sales. So they would say, tell us your name. My name is Felicia Eaton, and I'm from Memphis, Tennessee, and I have 10 years pharmaceutical sales experience in the Memphis area. Boom. Now, there were some people that would say, oh, my name is, Felicia Eaton. I don't know, Felicia Higgs. I don't want to call anybody's name. It might be somebody's name. And that's all they would say. No, you want to let them know, this is who I am, and this is what I bring to the table. Got it? Okay? So anytime you're introducing yourself, my name is Felicia Eaton. I'm from Memphis, Tennessee, and I'm coming to you tonight with 10 years pharmaceutical experience. Okay? So, that's that. Got that? Okay. Now, moving on. They're going to, in these virtual career fairs, I think the last one that I was in, they moved us to different rooms. And so then when they move you into little smaller breakout rooms, it's even less people in there, right? So now is your opportunity to really put yourself out there and to let them know more about who you are and where you're coming from and what you bring to the table. Make sure that you have at least 5 questions prepared for the entire night. But the questions don't need to be general questions. They need to be something about something that you have researched, something about the position that you're going after. Got it? Okay. So you're in this small room and they say, does anybody have any questions? And a lot of times people, I don't know why, you're there to get a job. People are quiet. They don't talk. They don't say much. And I will quickly unmute and say, yes, this is Felicia Eden from Memphis, Tennessee. I do have a question. They'll say, go ahead, Felicia. So then I ask my question. So then, then there's back and forth. There's conversation. Right? So I try not to be a goody two-shoes, but I will go in again if nobody else says anything. Okay? Got it? Okay, so have your 5 questions ready, and they need to pertain to the company, to the position that you're applying for, and it could be about, where you are, what they're looking for in a candidate for this position. Not a general candidate, but a candidate for the position that you're interviewing for. You want to make it known what you're there for. Knock and you shall receive, okay? So then they'll say, okay, we're going back into general sessions. And you go back into general sessions. There are some other managers, some other key decision makers back in the general sessions. Everybody's back in the same room. And they ask again, does anybody have any questions? Now, this time I may not try to be first, but I may let somebody else ask a question. But see, I already have my questions written out. So then hit my button again, because there are some other people on this, some other leaders on this call that don't know me yet. So yes, this is Felicia Eden from Memphis, Tennessee. I am applying for the blah, 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 blah. And I had another question about whatever it is. Got it? You see how I did that? So now, not only do the leaders in the small group know who I am, but now the leaders in the larger group, they know who I am. So now they're probably texting behind the scenes. Who is this chick asking all these questions? Do we have her resume? Right? Oh, and let me say, sometimes with career fairs, they will, it is beneficial to go ahead if you see a job that you're interested in, go ahead and apply for that job. Go ahead and apply. So then when you ask the question about the position, and they say, oh, have you applied? You say, yes, I applied yesterday. Confirmation number, da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, I am that detailed. It is for real when it comes. I'm for real, okay? So you're back in general sessions. You've asked your questions. People know you. They see that you aren't afraid to talk. They see that you aren't afraid to talk to other people, from other places, right? And they know what you want. You've been very clear with why you're there and the experience that you have, and you look hungry for the position, if that makes sense. You look hungry. Employees want to know that you're hungry. They want to know that they're not going to hire you and then 2 weeks later you're going to quit, or 2 weeks later you're going to turn into this other person who is not as hungry as the person who was on the virtual career fair, right? Okay, so you're back in the general sessions and they're like, okay guys, well thank you all so much. We're going to end the session now, but if any of you have any additional questions, please feel free to hang around. You don't have to go. You can hang out. We're here. So people start, okay, good night. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bloop, 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 bloop. You know how it sounds when people leave a Zoom call. Bloop, bloop, thank you. What are you rushing for? Where are you going? You got a babysitter. You're trying to get a job. Where the freak are you going? What do you have to do? You going to watch TV? Why are you watching TV if you need to change your life? That makes no sense. So you watching TV, you got trying to get to a show to watch somebody else live their life, and your life isn't even together? Psh, get out of here. Makes no sense. Told you I'm passionate. I'm trying to calm down. I'm getting a little hype. Let me calm down. Calm down, Felicia. Everything's fine. These are all your friends. We're just trying to help them. That's all. Okay? So everybody's boop, 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 boop. Thank you. Good night. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Everybody's leaving. Are you leaving? Heck no. You probably have at least 2 more questions you can answer from your list. So now you and maybe 1 or 2 other people have stuck around, and all of these company managers are still on the call. So now you get 2 more questions. So you're engaging with them. You're asking questions with them, right? So now you go from asking questions, now you're building a relationship. Now y'all are laughing and joking. Okay? Got it? Y'all, I hope y'all are writing this down, or this is some gym type stuff that I'm dropping some stuff right now. I don't want to drop my microphones because I'm using all of them, but so now you're building relationships really quickly on a virtual call, right? So now one of my last questions was, well, do you all know how long it's going to take you to set up your second and third interviews? When do you plan on having your new hire in place, ready to work or ready to train? Now it almost seems like I'm like thinking and saying to them, I know you want to hire me. I know you want to continue to talk to me. Let's continue this conversation. Let's not let tonight be our last time seeing each other. Let's date each other a couple more times. Okay? Right? So now we're talking, and and I know I just said that was my last question, but the final question that I always ask on a virtual career fair, and the one that I had that led to something like this position, is, are you on LinkedIn? Are you on LinkedIn? Do you mind if I send you a request? Yeah, sure, Felicia, that'll be great. And then reach out to me, and if I can help you with anything moving forward, I would love to. I'd love to help you. Just reach out to me. Send me a request. Great. Now you can get off of the call. Got it? Now you can get off of the call. So you're off the call. You immediately, you're not racing to the television. You're not racing to the kitchen. You're racing to LinkedIn to send them a request. And because you just asked about it, they're on LinkedIn because they're the hiring managers. So they see it, they accept it. This was something you probably should have. No, I'm not going to say that. At this point, they've accepted your request on LinkedIn. You send them a message. You know, you can send a message on LinkedIn, a private message. You send them a private message. Hey, this is Felicia Eaton. We just met on the webinar. It was so great to meet you. I really loved everything you all had to say about the company. I'm really interested in this blah, blah, blah position that I applied for on yesterday. Do you know if there are a couple of people that I may be able to reach out to who are currently in this role who may be willing to answer a few questions for me? That's in the text. That's in the message. Again, if not, that's fine. But I would love to have another conversation with you about this position, and hopefully I'll be able to see you in the first interview, right? Because at this point, the first interview hasn't happened. So now you have built allies off of the webinar, and now y'all are friends on LinkedIn, and now you're having a conversation. When I tell you the outcome of that entire process is beautiful. Try it if you want. Use it. You should, because it worked. So that happened as I was interviewing for another company, and I had two mentors from that meeting. Okay. And we were communicating outside of the company. They introduced me via text or via LinkedIn message, to a couple of other of their coworkers. So now I'm like 4 people in with this company. They're talking to me, but not only are they talking to me, check this out. They're talking to each other about who? About me! About me. 4 people at one company that I didn't even know 24 hours ago. They're talking to me, but they're also talking to each other about me and how they feel like I can be an asset to their company. So then I make it to the first interview. Great. It was great. That's in the course. You got to go get the course. You want to know how to, this right here, I'm giving you all. But make it to the first interview. So now, make it past the first interview, finish it. I'm texting them, I'm communicating with them. Hey, you all know how I did on my interview? Oh my God, I was so nervous. Oh, Felicia, we heard you did great. Oh, thanks. That's exactly what I wanted to hear, right? So then it kind of takes some of the pressure off. Took some of the pressure off. So then you make it to the second interview, but now you've been communicating with at least 4 people, and you know what to expect in the second interview. You know a little bit about the person that you may even be interviewing with, which is a beautiful situation. Because then you can kind of look them up, see where they went to school, see if you all have anything in common. So anyway, so that's the second interview. So then you make it to the third interview, and now you built a relationship with those 4 people, with the 2 people that you already interviewed with. You communicating with everybody, and they are preparing you for the third and final interview. And it is a beautiful situation. Beautiful. When I tell you that I tripled my salary within 3 years. At the end of that process, there were 2 offers for me. 2. But you have to be willing to go through it. So I hope you wrote all that stuff down. If somebody wrote it down, can you send it to me? I just have the process in my head. I need to put it on paper. But that's it. That is the secret to crushing the virtual career fair. Y'all, the opportunities are endless right now. Endless. And if you're willing to do those things and put yourself out there and let people know who you are, what you want, how strong of a candidate you are, how much you can bring to the table, how much of an asset you can bring to their company, to their department, to their team, the job is yours. The elevation is yours. The double the salary, the triple the salary, the quadruple the salary is yours, but you have to be willing to do the work. And you have to think ahead. Trust the process. It works. Absolutely. It works. All right? So that's how I'm teaching in this course that I have. That's in the link, in the bios of all these pages. Share it with your friends. You may not be in a position where you need a new job, or you have to, interview or go to a virtual career fair. That may not be your life. Who needs this? Share it with them. I don't mind. Share it. There's a YouTube channel, Felicia H. Eaton, LLC. That is the YouTube channel. Go there, subscribe, like, share. And my goal and my mission is to help other people elevate their lives and do those things that are necessary to elevate their lives and change your lives and change the lives of your family. That's what I'm here for. That's what gets me going every day. Because I had to do it for myself and I had to do it for my family. So I want to help you do it for yours. Okay? That's all I have. Does anyone have any questions right now? Anybody? I see one young lady on here tonight. She just got a new job, so good luck with that. I'm here if you need me. 2 young ladies on here just got a new job, and I'm here if you all need me. But I don't expect you to be in those roles very long. You got to level up quickly. But anybody have any questions? I'm here. No? All right. Well, thank you all so much. I think, what time is it? 7:39. I went 9 minutes over, but I really appreciate your time. I hope I said something that can help you in your career. If you just gotten a job, use this information just in networking at work, I guess, But anyway, like, share this video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking around. And thank you for just being here. Thank you for your support. I just want to help everybody get to where they want to be in life. All right? I am Felicia Eaton, and I am a career coach. I have a career progression course online. It's self-paced. And everything that I did to change my life, I put into one place for you. Okay? So thank you for watching. Whatever you do, get up, get moving, and change your life. Bye.